What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If it's your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. We got a good one for you today. Like my man Steve Harvey done say, do me a favor, leave a comment down below for the algorithm. Next year is a big year for the Whiskey Ginger. We're expanding. Hopefully, we're getting bigger and better guests. Comment down below who you want to see on the show. Also, I'm running around the country. Come see me, andrewsantino.com for those tickets. I'm in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, Bethlehem, PA, Hanover, Maryland, Borgata, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then I'm at Valley Center, which is basically down by San Diego at the Harris. Then I'm in Canyonville, Oregon, Las Vegas, and then the Little Roadie Fest in Providence, Rhode Island. And also, we're going to be putting up the tickets for Netflix is a Joke with me and Bobby Lee coming up soon. Go to andrewsantino.com for those tickets, andrewsantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that from my guest by name once again today. It is the return of Mike Feeney.
Hey, how
Whenever
are
I
you?
hear your name, Feeney, whenever I hear Feeney, who do I think of? What do I think of?
I would assume, I think you're older than the Boy Meets World principal generation. I would think that maybe you go, but you're not old enough for Laverne and Shirley Feeney.
That's right. I'm not Laverne and Shirley
Yeah,
Feeney.
yeah. So you're in that middle period.
No,
so.
Mr. Feeney, Boy Meets World.
You do think Boy Meets World?
I know of the show.
Right, but you didn't like.
I
wouldn't
didn't grow up with it.
Exactly.
And what are you trying to say? You're younger than me?
Yeah, I'd
Dude,
say
just
so.
because you're young and handsome. This guy, I said this to Feeney before we started the show, and this is what pisses me off about him. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but I go, you're the only guy I know that had a kid and got better looking. Like, you look happier and better than you did before you got married and had a kid. You were ugly and horrific and slovenly.
Ugly on the inside and outside. Yeah,
but
yeah.
now, you're the only guy I know that has a young child, but you only have one.
Yep. That's the key.
Are you done?
That's the key. I think so.
Yeah?
At least for now.
I'll come
I
over
don't
and
know.
root you guys on if you want to go for another one.
Go, go,
go, go,
pump,
go.
pump, pump. Yeah.
Can we get him out of here? He's really
It's like,
annoying.
no, I actually need him. You know? No, it's. I do feel I'm significantly happier in my day-to-day life post kid for sure. But I've also just been like exercising for the first time on a consistent basis.
How many days a week?
Every day.
What?
Every day for like every day since January 12th, I think. This
No
year.
way.
Yeah, and it's just little things. Like if I'm on the road and there's no gym here, I just do 100 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, easy, something like that. Not a big deal.
That's smart. I've been doing this. Is this? I'm like I think I'm starting to realize it's lame, but I'm rowing at my house. every
Rowing's
day.
great.
See, he laughs. You laugh because you're young and you think that's funny.
Yeah.
No, just because people have, I don't know, it does get a funny reaction.
Row.
Yeah.
But it's an all full body workout.
It's a full body. I did it in college. I did crew in college.
But
so
this is why people make fun of me. See, I knew it. It's lame. You know, but they sent me a machine. The company sent us a machine. And by the way, Bobby's not going to do it.
No.
So they sent it to us and they were like, would you use it and we did an ad for him. And I said, yeah, I think I'd like a row machine. So they built it at my house. Thank you, McCone and Carlos. Shout out the boys. And I love it. I like it a lot.
kicks your ass.
Dude, it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
actually great, and I realize why why it's problematic though. Why people make fun of it. What villain used it daily, or they would show it sometimes on the show? What villain used a row machine?
Well, I'm in a different direction, but I'm thinking about the Winklevoss twins.
Oh, the Winklevi. The Winklevi.
Portrayed by
Yeah,
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer. And then guess who else personalized it? Kevin
Oh,
Spacey
yeah.
in House of Cards.
Yes.
I hated that so now this is what it is. It's an Armie Hammer Kevin Spacey thing.
yeah, yeah.
I just want to row.
You got some weird sexual thing that's going to come out in a few years, and
it's
it all
so
is attached
annoying
to the row.
that it's the row machine.
The row machine finds the deviants, I think.
does.
So that's the problem. It
Damn,
knows.
dude. Spacey
secret's out.
rode in House of Cards. The Winklevi. But you were a rower, so you're a creep too.
But I did it purely because, and you'll appreciate this on this kind of a show, I did it purely because the first Friday of college, my roommates and I went out to go drink, and the upperclassmen crew team took us out, bought us drinks the whole night, got us absolutely hammered, and that was their way of recruiting us. And I was like, yeah, sure, I guess I'll wake up at 5 a.m. every day and like be puking, stepping on geese shit. I hated it, but I was in decent shape. But now I'm in, and then I eventually I would have had to get knee surgery, and the doctor literally went, you can get knee surgery so that you can keep doing crew, or you can just stop doing crew. I was like, it was a snap moment where I went, oh, I never even liked crew. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Yeah, absolutely, I quit. I
Wait,
quit.
what's
I
wrong?
quit. I quit.
What, knees? It's bad on your knees?
Oh, it's so bad on your knees because you're exploding. Your feet are strapped in and you're exploding backwards with your legs over and over
great.
again.
All right, I'm going to stop. It doesn't hurt my knees.
You got to find some. Oh, that's great. I will, but it doesn't now, and that's good. You got to.
Damn.
I do picture you as like a runner, though. I picture you
Oh,
running
I
around
did.
the neighborhood.
I ran for years.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
ran for years. You know, so I've told this story too much. I used to run. I used to run like 5 miles every
That
other
tracks.
day or so. I loved running.
Yeah.
But then my back and my knees and stuff.
That's the worst for you. And
Yeah.
I ran in high school, but you never see someone who's a runner who's in great shape. You ever notice that?
Well,
Ever.
I would argue even worse shape is bikers. I always see people on a bike that are like they're blobby. Their legs are great and the top is terrible.
Well, but in runners, they burn off also the muscle, so they become these gaunt, kind of weirdly skinny type of people. I just did what every other white
So
guy.
what are we supposed to do? Just push metal?
I think that's a part of it, and then I think body weight stuff is huge. And
Yeah,
then
that's
also,
actually better than pushing metal.
Yes, and then yoga. I'm just every white guy in his 30s. And it's a comedian. I do jujitsu. That's what I was.
You
my
do?
thing. 5 days a week.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't.
I didn't think I could do it. It was literally an excuse because I hate the gym and I wanted to, and I hate working out. I hate pushing metal. So I was like, let me just find something that's different. There was a place 2 blocks from my house that's kind of like a world-class place. So I go, let me try that out, and then it kind of became fun because it is a full, it's fun. It's kind of fun. I've never been in a position in my life where I'm choking people out, and it feels, it feels nice. It feels nice.
But
to be
you're
able to
also
have-
rolling around sweaty with another guy.
Well, sure, of course.
And I'm not trying to like demean it. I just
No,
it
it's a-
sounds lame. I don't like that.
Well, it's an incredibly homoerotic experience.
Yeah, and even if you take
That's
away
one of my favorite parts. Of
I
it.
know, right? That's why you're so happy. Even if you take away all that stuff, because I'm not trying to make fun of it for the sake of like, oh, you're rolling with a guy. I don't want to roll and wrestle with someone. I don't want to be wet with someone.
Well, so there's 2 different kinds. You got the gi, which is where you're wearing the robes, and then you got the no gi, which is just like spandex essentially. And I don't like the no-gi because it's so sweaty and people are pouring sweat on top of you and everyone's slippery. I like the gi. I like grabbing something and choking somebody with the rope. That's where I
You're
fucking
sick,
thrive,
dude.
dude. Oh, yeah.
Something's wrong.
It feels great.
That's really what it is. Something's deep and dark
It feels
and wrong.
good.
So what? 5 days a week you're working out. How many days a week are you having a little bit of sauce?
I'll have a drink a night usually,
Yeah.
like a cocktail,
That's that
or
good
I'll
Irish
make-
boy staying inside
Yeah,
of you.
dude.
Yeah, can't get rid of that.
But I work out every day so that I can enjoy my life. I'll eat ice cream. There's no diet. I eat somewhat clean, but I indulge with ice cream and alcohol.
See, because of your lineage, because of Irish history that's in your blood, you're built to have more garbage in you and filter it out quicker because
Yes.
you had to.
We have to.
Yeah, it's not. It's just
There was no choice.
Yeah, I mean, look at this kid. He eats like shit, and he's still skinny.
Yeah.
He eats like shit.
How young are you?
26 pisses me off.
gross.
But he eats you bullshit all day,
Yeah.
all the time. Skinny as a rail. I mean, yes, that will change by 35.
Yeah.
But
well,
for
that was
now-
what my dad used to be like my size, and then when he hit 35, now he's like 260 of just Santa stomach. But he never exercised and drank Budweiser his whole life, Bud Heavy's his whole life. So it's like, of course,
Bud Heavy.
He just
That's a man's beer.
of
dude.
course.
You're a Michelob Ultra guy. Aren't
By
you?
the way, dude, this year I started drinking the ultras.
I
and
knew it, dude. I knew it. I could smell it on you. I said, he's too clean, man.
Dude, I did the whole craft beer, triple IPA. I did all that shit in
Yeah.
the 2000s, and I got it out of my system. Now, if I never have another IPA, I'm fine. Give me a High Life, give me a Michelob Ultra. My dad is such a good drinker. Him and his buddies, this is how much they drank. He memorized the entire on the Bud can. There's that
that
this is the
script?
famous, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a 3-paragraph thing.
That's
he
so
recites. He
insane.
can recite it to this day, and it would be like a drinking game. That anytime they messed it up, they had to drink
Drink
more.
again?
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
dad is cool. I want to meet your dad.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Wait, how old are you now?
37.
Yeah, it's sneaking, dude. You smell 40. It's going to be a different world for you, buddy.
Yeah, but again, I don't drink. I can't remember the last time I was drunk. Like I just kind of am like
What?
I'll make them. Like I drink in moderation now. Like I'll make a cocktail. I'll make a margarita. I'll make a martini.
You don't have
something
one
like
extra
that.
one, though.
Sometimes I do, and I'll feel like a little. I can't remember the last time I had a hangover because I think that's also the kid regulates that. Where I go, if I get blasted, it's going to be my next days.
But the kid's not here, so now you're free.
Yeah. Tonight's going to be a problem.
You're gonna be a bad
yeah,
boy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
it's
knew
going to
it.
be tomorrow's a waste. Yeah. Dude, you reminded me of like, because you turned me on to when I did Zanies in the fall. You told me to go to Bavette's afterwards, and I did one show there, sold it out, just a one-nighter, felt so good about myself, went to the Bavette's by myself, got a fucking ribeye this big, garlic mashed potatoes, dirty martini, and just sat there, and then there was, a gay guy next to me who was super interested, whose date canceled on him, so he bought me a second martini, and I was like, look at us having a
Did you go home
good
with that
time.
guy?
No, he was angling for it, but I just took the free drink. It was like, thanks so much for the conversation.
Now you feel like a hot woman finally. Take the drink and move on.
I finally get it.
Bavette's one of my favorites. One of my favorite spots in Chicago.
So good. Everyone
And
always
it's-
says Gibson's, but that's
Gibson's.
Everyone says Gibson's.
Get gone. Get gone, Gibson's. Look, I like
the
Gibson's.
Peter Lugers of Chicago.
That is
Gibson's.
correct. Overrated. Peter Luger, overrated. My God, we went there. Me and O'Connor went there when he was still living in New York, and I was like, dude, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
And the staff, the whole part of a steakhouse is supposed to be that the staff is excellent quality. And Peter Luger's has this, we don't need you, you need us kind of energy, which is like, first off, no. Secondly, don't cut my steak for me.
I don't like that.
Don't cut my fucking steak
Sebastian.
for me. Sorry.
What did you
It's like-
cut the steak for me?
Am I not a man?
What is it? You think I'm a 9-year-old?
You think I-
Little tiny slices.
Yeah. You give me a baby fork? Put on a bib?
No, I don't like that they cut your shit for you.
Don't cut
just let
it.
me cut it. I'll do it.
Yes.
It's fine. Yeah, no, I think Gibson's is good. Chicago cut, like these places are all great.
Sure.
I like Bavette's because it feels like you're in a time machine a little bit. You go in there, it's dark. It's very like sultry. It's sexy. The bar is fantastic.
That's where I sat at the
It's
bar.
a fantastic little it feels like where you'd go to have a drink and a steak. And that's what I like when I go home. It's one of my favorite stopovers. I just did it too. I did it again.
Perfect Chicago day. And also that was the day of the Chicago Marathon. So it was like the perfect Chicago. I got the entire Chicago experience
you did.
in one day. And and that club is it's so funny. I'm like, while I'm on stage multiple times, there was just like sirens screaming by. I opened there was a stabbing a block away.
Sure,
but I mean,
yeah.
it's a great club. Everyone goes to Zanies, Old Town. Great,
Well,
very
Old
fun.
Town, Wells, and that's what a historic street of fun and partying, by the way, because if you keep going up north up there, you can run into Second City. I mean, everything up there is like, and man, if you are on the prowl to go have a drinking night,
Yeah.
the bars up and down there, you can go get.
You can have yourself a time.
You can have a tough go. What's the name of the one there? There's one right across the street from there. I think is it still there? It's called not Tap House. Hold on, God, my brain is scrambled eggs.
I think I can picture that.
Wait. There's one called.
It's to the right when you go across the street to the right.
Yeah, what is that called? Not Tap,
could
not
see
Tap
it.
House. Oh, it's gonna kill me too.
It's across the street from- it's across the street
what
from
is it? He's got it.
Zanies.
He's got it right now.
Old Town Oil.
Old Town. Yeah, Old. What is it?
Old Town Oil.
No, not
No.
Old Town Oil.
That's-
Cornet.
No. Did you have any? I have to look it up now.
Across from Zanies on Wells.
It's across the street to
Zany
the right
Chicago.
a little bit.
Zany Chicago. I need to do it. Hold on.
Woody's Flat.
No, it's like a
Hold on.
it's
hold
like a
on.
big
Yeah, Woody's Flat is there, but hold on. LG's
filling
bar, the
air so
Vig.
that the podcast is
No, yeah, I know.
slow.
We're meandering. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, this is what happened. We can cut this out in post.
No,
By the
no,
way, how
leave
many
it
times-
in.
You know the most
Well,
the most-
Cochran's up the street is great.
the most popular
Corcoran's.
most popular thing in podcasting is saying we'll cut this out, and no one has ever cut anything out of anything.
And they shouldn't.
No.
Leave it in.
There are people that you and I both know and love who they'll do the podcast and then afterward they'll text you and be like, you got it. Can you just get
Gotta
that out
cut
of
that
there? You got that out of
Yeah.
here. I
Well,
don't
if
feel
it-
comfortable.
if they said something real out of pocket,
Of course.
Yeah.
But I also think like if you're doing that, don't say it on a podcast. Don't
That's-
say it into a microphone with cameras and lights
true.
are on. You know this.
Well,
this
Feeney-
isn't an elevator conversation.
Feeney-
You weren't wiretapped.
I saved you last time you did this show. Remember that? And McCone can vouch. He did like
What?
a 3-minute N-word rant.
No,
Do you
it's
remember
not
that?
true.
He did the Kramer ramp
He
verbatim.
did it verbatim.
That was quoting it, and that was in a performative way. It's like how you can smoke cigarettes on stage because it's a performance piece.
Right. Like
Yeah.
Chappelle. That is the greatest whole. Chappelle was like, it's a performance.
And he did it in a Chinese accent, though.
Yeah, you
well,
did
that's
say the
what
N-word.
made
in
it
China. That was wild.
That was because Bobby was there. I wanted to make him feel comfortable.
Right, which he hated.
Yeah.
What did you pull in there with? Was that a drop top Mustang?
It was a drop top Mustang convertible.
Hot boy, hot boy.
Hey, listen. Sometimes
Honestly, you got to do that when you rent a car. You got to get a funny car.
Now, by the way,
A Malibu is not fun.
No, and I will say it was pure chance because I got upgraded when I got there, so that was nice. But they go, do you want a convertible for the same price? I go, do I? And then they go, you can have the white Mustang convertible, or you can have the fire engine red. And I'm like, if we're gonna get a Mustang.
Gotta get it.
I'm gonna get a
red
Mustang.
one. You got yourself a black Mustang. What?
I will say this though, and from a guy who does not own a convertible normally, boy oh boy, driving from LAX to West Hollywood with the top down, doing 17 miles an hour on the highway, it feels like you're sitting in a skillet because it is just
it's so stupid.
Black leather interior. Get that out of there.
Yeah, that's fucked
Don't make it. I'm just cooking. My right here on my thighs are both sunburned. Just direct overhead sun, scorching. No place to go. And then you can't put the top up.
Why not?
Because you have to pull over on the side of the road, and you have to put the
ridiculous.
car in park in order for it to come up. So
Is it automatic or it's handheld? You have to do it by hand.
No, you
It's
press
automatic.
the button, but
Okay.
it won't go up unless the car's in park.
It always fascinates me when they have like newer cars that you still have to automatically. Like there's a Porsche came out with a and look this up. This is crazy. Porsche came out with this is new.
I like that you say Porsche, by the way.
It is Porsche. That's what
I
it's
know,
called.
but it's like, it's like
Okay,
a lot of
Porsche.
things are a lot of things. You know what I mean? You
All
could say
right.
Parmigiano Reggiano, but you're not saying that.
Mortadella.
Yeah, exactly.
Porsche came out with a car that it still has a manual closed roof where you physically still have to like click clack latch to get it on and off. What is it called? I don't remember if it's maybe it's the 718. It could be this. It is right. The 718 was I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The 718 they still have. You physically still manual click in, which I think they came back out with because it used to be automatic. But I remember seeing it on one of these car shows that I like, and I was like, dude, you're gonna pay that kind of money, and it doesn't do it by itself?
Yeah, and then that's like one more piece that could break, and then you're like, come on.
It reminds me of the Seinfeld episode with the Saab, the drop top Saab.
Oh, dude! By the way, I had a Saab. That was my second car. My first car was a 1988 Buick Skyhawk, and then my dad had the Saab that he bought used, and it was just nothing but problems. And then he gave it to me because I totaled the other one, and then I totaled that car as well. But that car spent so much time. That car spent more time on the back of a flatbed than it did with either of us driving.
You totaled two cars?
Well, the first one was like it was like kind of. The first car wasn't totaled, but it was just such an old car that I didn't want to. I think it was like the brakes went, and I go.
Oh, you didn't hit anything?
No. Well, I did hit something. I hit a school bus one time.
What, dude?
A school bus hit me. It was like I was going to. We both were coming around a turn, and the school bus. I was picking up my friend to go to high school, and the sun went right directly in our eyes, like morning sun. So I couldn't see, and I was, it's a beater car, so I'm grinding the hubcaps against the curb because I couldn't see, and I felt this big impact, and we hit this bus that had children on it and stuff, and then the bus driver didn't get out, and my buddy was in the front seat with me. His dad is a cop, and he's like, if they don't get out, you don't have to get out. And I went, oh, really? And then so we both just sat there and kind of like this Mexican standoff for a while, and then I looked, and then the bus driver just kind of like waved their hand. And he's like, oh, they're waving you off. You're good. I went, okay. So I just drove away to school.
Leaving the scene of an accident with children.
The next day, when I was in school, 2 plainclothes detectives showed up to my house.
Shut up, dude.
Charged me with leaving the scene of an accident. Yeah, like like a litany of crimes. Thankfully, the bus driver was like an illiterate, bus driver, and they got the story was all wrong. They said there were 4 people in the car, there was a woman in there. It was all these different things. So it got dismissed, thank God. But it would have been bad. And then the second one, I just would preface it by saying Fast and the Furious was as a cultural peak at the time. So
Sure.
drag racing and street racing was very big. And my friend had a Camaro, but I had this Saab Turbo, and I was like, this car's faster than your car. And so we tried to live our life a quarter mile at a time. And but this was an automatic, and I was just redlining it in neutral for, probably 10 full seconds of redlining it in neutral. Again, my friend, I kind of blame my friend for this because he was the one that was going to drop his hands down, but it was freezing, and so he was like shivering, but I thought he was about to drop his hand because he was doing this the whole time. And so I'm like, and then I dropped it in, and one of the heating pins got so hot that when I dropped it into drive, it shot out and exploded my entire transmission casing. Like the metal
What?
casing of the car exploded, and there was just metal chunks all over the ground. And we were in this abandoned sort of, parking lot, not parking lot, but like one of those studio parking lot areas where it's an office park. And, my dad was like, "What happened to the car?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's just, I tried to put it in drive in the middle of this office park at 11 at night." And it, and so that got totaled pretty
I love
bad.
how you said that all bus drivers are illiterate. My bus driver fan base is going to be pissed off about that. Don't think I let that go.
Don't think that I didn't.
Bus drivers illiterate, and some guy at home takes off his glasses and he's like, "Really, Mike Feeney?"
I remember having one. She was a terrific bus driver. She was always very nice, very sweet. And
You
then
remember your bus drivers?
I remember one of them was very nice, and I remember the other one was quite literally the bus driver from South Park. That was like the screaming witch with like a bird in her hair that was being like, "Shut down and shut the fuck!" Like it was. It was a car. It was perfect timing because I was on the air at the same time. High school was a trip.
High school was a trip, dude. Dude, you want to talk about a weird car experience? I used to get picked up by a husband and wife in a station wagon to take us because when we were living in downtown Chicago, the school I went to was just a little bit too far for us to walk, and the buses if it's too close, buses won't get you.
Right.
So they were like, you got to figure it out. You got to walk your kid to school or you got to get him a ride somehow.
Sure.
So a woman in the building, my mom doesn't even remember, but a woman in the building had been like, "Oh, this family uses this retiree and his wife, and they drive together." By the way, how clever that the guy who was driving always brought his wife, so it was just like it's not as creepy, but it still was very creepy.
Sure,
dude, it was a station wagon. We all just piled into the back of the station wagon. Some people got the bench if you got it. If not, you jumped in.
The
Literally
backwards facing bench.
No,
they had that too,
no,
right?
Yeah, but just open back though to the back of the station wagon.
Yeah.
And they would just drive us to school. But if you weren't there on time when he was you'd think sweet old man. No. They were always eating and they smelled, and he was very big. And if you weren't there when you were supposed to be there after school, like if a kickball game just got out of control and you needed to stay in it, they would leave, and then you'd have to figure out a way to get home. And this is pre-cell phone, pre-fucking.
Yeah.
You had to figure it out. You had to latchkey your way home. I joined a gang. I had to. I didn't have a choice. How was I supposed to get home, man?
Just you go. Like
Yeah.
By the way, kickball was one of those sports where I remember thinking this in elementary school, being like, I am going to be a professional kickball player. I didn't know that wasn't a professional sport, and I was like, there's never been anybody better at kickball.
I'm kickball
than
king.
me. Yeah. It was very fun.
You were good at kickball because you're lanky.
Yeah, it was like
You
a
could really
pendulum.
turn one on that.
Yeah, exactly. It was
It was
good.
always funny in kickball because you throw a ball to tag someone out, you throw them at the physical person.
Right.
Someone always got hit in the face.
Always.
And cried, and it became a thing, and it was like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. And then the teacher's like, you can't do that. And you're like, that's the game.
Yeah, this is just dodgeball with kicking,
Yeah,
essentially.
part of it
That's what we're
is
doing.
hitting someone in the head. Are you aiming for the head? Yes, of course.
Sure.
That makes a good out, and we laugh, and then it pumps up your team. But it is such an obvious. You're supposed to throw it and hit him. No, you're supposed to hit him in the head.
Yeah, you gotta hit him. You gotta headhunt.
You really do.
Gotta headhunt.
When you were a little boy, what would you think your best sport was? Kickball? Because I gotta say,
dodgeball was actually my best.
I was a menace at tetherball.
Oh yeah,
With
yeah.
tetherball,
with the one going
rope.
around the pole.
Menace.
Yeah,
Because I was taller and I could jump higher than a lot of
That's
people.
smart.
I would fuck you up. You were not. Also, right away I
You
would
just
do.
keep doing
Oh
it.
yeah, you
Just
do the
keep
swoop.
doing
Oh,
it.
they
Yeah.
can't touch it.
Whoa.
Come on, get out of here.
We didn't have tetherball on my thing. We had that. It's not even a game. It just you throw it into.
Oh, yeah,
a hoop
and it goes out of
comes
one of the holes?
One of the holes,
What
and
is
then it's
that?
like I don't even know what's the.
I didn't
you
know the
just
game.
go there. It is. It's this way now.
Goes that way?
Yeah.
We had tetherball, but obviously Chicago, and then you on the East Coast. We only, we got to play these outdoor games for, 2 months? Not even. I mean, it was.
Dodgeball was huge, but problem is I had no arm strength, so I couldn't throw anybody out. All I could do is dodge because I
you
was
were
skinny. So
very
I was always
sly.
the last person alive, and then it would just be me dodging balls until I eventually got whaled. And
It sounds like your real adult life as well. Dodging balls till you get whaled. Mike Feeney, enjoy his new special out right now. Dodging balls until I get whaled. Honestly, dude.
meet and greet at Bavette's next time I'm in Chicago.
Hey, I heard about the dodging balls thing. I'm here to buy you a drink.
Yeah. Did you have? And I know you had a big rap phase in high school. I assume, right?
I did.
Yeah, me too.
I still am
Me
living
too,
in it a
dude.
little bit.
I had
still,
like an embarrassing one.
No,
Like,
it was all embarrassing.
Yeah.
Bunch of white, like
Were you in a
suburban kids.
freestyle rap group?
Wasn't in a group, but I did freestyle rap with people. And I'd get, and then in high school, college, I would get stoned and do the freestyles in somebody's basement. That was like a common embarrassing thing.
Dude,
Thank God for no cell phones back then.
Yes, it's truly that. I mean, we were, because this was 2000, let's say 2003, and this was, so I was probably, sophomore. It was right when Get Rich or Die Trying came out and Eminem. So it was just like at the end, the height of the Eminem's beefs with people and stuff. So we were in this group. It was all white guys. We had to have one black guy was in the group, but he was also maybe the whitest black guy. And I was just the beat guy for the most part because I played drums, so I could just make a physical beat. I only made one beat all the time. It was just the grindin' beat by Clips. It's the best freestyle.
Oh, what a good beat! It's such a good beat.
It's one of the best beats of all time. Yeah, and so I would just do that, and we named we had a whole. It was called it was called Choke on It. Choke on It because, by the way, and to my
a lot of gay themed stuff coming out of Feeney.
No, I will say this is coming fresh off the Attitude Era and the Suck It generation. It was it was of the time. Right now, looking back, was it our best work? No, but here's the best part about it is that we could always just end, if you ran out of what to say in a freestyle, you would just end with Choke on It, and it immediately was just, it worked every time. If you're like, ain't nobody better in a hoodie or a sweater in any type of weather, choke on it, bitch. And then it would pop. It would just pop. It would be so great. Yeah, everyone would scream. And then one kid one time was like, I want to join the Choke on It group, and because then there was like rival ones for him. It was so embarrassing. And we were like, you got to kind of like sing.
How did you rush for Choke on It?
You got to sing for your supper. Let's see what you got. Grinding beat comes down. Let's go, bro, in front of everybody. And this kid, dude, I'm not making this up. He laid down one of these like Yo Mama style freestyles that was so good that he became instantly the best person in the group, and he was like the closer. Like every time we would do it in front of other people, he would do the same rap, and it would murder every time. And I still remember it to this day. And so he would go, and I got something that I'll tell you about this afterwards. So, but he would go. Your mama's so fat. How fat is she? Mama is so big and fat that she could get busy with 22 burritos when times get rough. I seen that bitch in Taco Bell in handcuffs, and that's that. Your mama smoked crack. She got burning urine, and there's no turning back. Knuckles drag down to the ground when she walks. Spit comes out that bitch mouth when she talks. Choke on it, bitch. It would fucking
annihilate.
Kill every time. People were like, "Where did you come up with that?" And all of us we would repeat it, and for years it was like a thing in our friend group. Fast forward to 3 months ago.
He's in jail.
This was 2003. Fast forward to 3 months ago. I'm at the gym in a hotel on the road. I'm working out. I went down a real the Far Side rabbit hole, right? And I'm listening. I'm in the middle of bench press, and as I'm bench pressing, this song comes on called Yo Mama. It was word for word that whole thing. It's the Far Side. It's the Far Side. Nobody knew a 1992 rap in 2003 as a high school kid. We weren't that bad. But this one kid, this little fucking hack, sneak, theft plagiarizer came in, presented this as his own, just added Choke on it. He's like Vanilla Ice, being like, I didn't steal under pressure. I just ding, 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 like that. And I texted all of my friends the song. I go that I haven't, some of them I haven't even talked to since high school. I go, dude, look at this. And all of them had no idea. And it feels like my whole childhood was a lie now.
It was.
It was.
Wait till you figure out that the Santa isn't fucking real. You're gonna blow your mind, dude. Everything was a lie. This bastard, what is he doing now, this guy?
I don't know.
Dead.
Here's the thing. No one can pin down we're like, what was that kid's name? And we're like, I can't remember the kid's name who did it. Because you're like, think about a kid that's listening to the Far Side. It's such a genius thing. Like, let me take a rap from 15 years ago that no one's going to know.
No one's going to know.
And I'll say, and it's like a deep cut. It's not even like one of their main songs. And it was
good for that kid. Wow, that was pretty clever.
It was such a good rock.
Survival technique for him. He wanted to be a part of Suck It, and what did he needed to steal?
Dude, when I was listening to it.
Or gag on it. What is it?
This is how in denial. No, suck on it. Choke on it.
Choke on it. My
please.
bad.
A little respect.
Suck it, gag it,
a little
choke
respect,
it. Yeah, choke
if you will.
Suck on it so crass. Choke on it, please.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Confidence shouldn't be complicated, guys. All right, through Hims, you can skip the guesswork and get access to care that actually fits your lifestyle, straightforward, stress-free, and designed around you. ED is a real thing. All right, sometimes there's not enough water flow. All right, the dam's a little clogged. It's gotten older, right? There's some muck in the way. Well, let Hims offer you access to ED treatment options ranging from trusted generics that cost 95% less than brand names to hard mints if prescribed. I'm telling you, Hims is going to be your digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access to trusted treatments for ED and more, all in one place. Don't be shy, guy. Get yourself Hims to help that ED. To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/whiskey. That's hims.com/whiskey for your free online visit. hims.com/whiskey. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings the expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that puts your goals first. You don't got to go out to get what you need. Stay at home and let Hims help you do it. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Ginger. I like gingers.
When I heard that rap, I was in such denial. I'm like, did they like hear ours and they recorded it retroactively?
Right. How did the Far Side steal that from Alex?
from 12 years later? Then how did they?
Far Side, though, great reference to that group.
Unbelievable.
So good.
Love the Far Side. I got into a lot of those types of. I mean, I was always into like people that introduced me to, like, I think we talked about like Sage Francis before.
Love Sage, one of the best.
Sage. Shout out Sage. He was great.
Still is.
I met him before. He was nice. Him and we made a Vine together after one of his shows one time at the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn because
No
Vine
shit.
Vine was big. He was actually doing funny stuff on Vine. That was like the first social media thing that I got a little bit of a following on, and so yeah.
Paul Francis.
Yeah.
Can you name his alter ego?
I thought it was Sage Francis.
No, but he has another name. I mean, another pseudonym that he went by.
What was it?
Zolzan.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, this is deep cut shit. That's really digging if you really were a fan.
Sea Lion.
So you did a fucking Vine with him. Zolzan.
Yeah,
You
he
know
was
what's so funny?
great.
You know how powerful Sage Francis was?
Uh-huh.
The song
Makeshift Patriot?
Yes. Did I tell you the story already?
No, I just fucking know.
Oh, you
Sage
knew what I
Francis.
was gonna say?
No, I don't.
God, what grade was I in? Maybe a political science class or some bullshit like that. But I read that the lyrics to that to class, and my teacher was kind of like a rad younger dude, and he was like all fucking about it because the lyrics to that are incredible. And I remember so vividly hearing it for the first time, and how good he was at articulating something without being so on the nose about it.
Yeah.
When he says, that's exactly what they attack when a typically dark-skinned Disney villain used civilians against civilians and drive the Trojan horses into our buildings. And imagine saying that to a group of kids in high school.
Yep.
Like saying, and they were all like, who wrote that? Is that a poet? But I obviously not claiming it as my own, but I was like, this is a song by this guy, Sage Francis, who a lot of my classmates had no fuck. I mean, there was a group of hip-hop heads that I went to school with that, like, in my friend group that we all loved it. Like, my buddy Tyler and I were, like, hip-hop nerds. But, like, reading that to a class of kids, they were like, who is this fucking guy that you're saying?
Yeah.
But when I read the lyrics to that song, I remember how hard it, hit. People were... By the way, this is also because 9/11 had just happened.
Yep.
And it was my senior year of high school, maybe. And I remember how, like, heavy that was for people like, wow, that's a pretty powerful thing to sing about.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances of it, and it's very articulate. You know what I
Well,
mean?
he was so articulate that when you listen to, he's
It
not one of
looks
those
just
rappers.
like a movie. I love that. Yeah.
Where you're like, there's not one of those rappers where you go like, what is he saying? You're like, oh, you can clearly hear. His dictation was very
Unbelievably good.
Slow down, Gandhi. All these things. Yeah, it was
Oh,
great.
yeah, dude.
Healthy mistrust. Yeah,
Well,
that
who did you love the most that had the least articulate lyrics? Where you're like, I can't really understand every word.
I mean, obviously, like
I'm thinking of
Busta
someone
Rhymes
right now.
was always.
No, I'm thinking about it in the underground world like that, like in the more of the independent world.
I mean, I remember like who's it? Like Atmosphere.
Aesop Rock
Aesop Rock
was
yeah.
100% the most confusing,
unintelligible,
and I loved him. And he's very smart.
Sure.
But like that was one where I legitimately, like, I would listen to it over and over and over and over again in the car, and still not understand a word he was fucking saying. Like, what is the Daylight? Daylight was one of my favorite songs.
You just have your own version of what that song is, and you're embarrassed to sing
just like
it.
my mom does this all the time, where she'll sing a lyric to a song, and I'll go, "That's not what they're saying," and she's like, "Shut up, who cares?" Do you know what I mean? She does
I
that.
like that. I love that
But
response.
no, she's right. But I'll hear my mom sing a popular song. But the song Daylight, play the beginning of Daylight. We'll cut this out because we can't use it.
Look at this. There we go.
Well,
Classic. Cut it
Do
out.
you want me just to read it?
Yeah. Well, let me try to. Oh, this will be good. Let me try to guess what he's saying.
There we go.
Okay, ready?
Now we got
Ready?
ourselves a thing.
Poke one at me, shackle me. Right? No?
Kind of.
What is it?
Put one up for shackle me not.
What? See?
Put what? Say that again.
Put one up for shackle me not.
Poke one up for shackle me not. Clean logic. Wait, procreation.
Clean logic procreation.
Clean logic procreate. Poke one at me, shackle me not. I did not invent the wheel. I was a crooked spoke adjacent.
That one's pretty.
Well, the other. Hold on. Poke one at me. I was not invent the wheel. I was the crooked spoke adjacent. Well, the other lassos. Fuck. What is it?
While the triple sixes
lassos keep angels roped in the basement. I walk around
Whoa.
I walk around the block with the halo poking your patience. Walk around with the block with a stick poking your patience.
I walked the block with a halo on a stick poking your patience.
Yeah. See, I couldn't remember it as clean as I could. Isn't that fucking wild?
It's
so good.
It's so fun when you have like you just hear that thing.
He's
you're like,
fucking brilliant.
and you just go, I don't know what he's saying, but I love
fucking
it.
loved it.
Like I'm catching every fourth word, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I bet if I knew all that, this would be sick.
But we used to sing it, like me and my buddy Baldino. We would sing it, and because we didn't. I mean, I knew we knew pieces of it unless we looked up the book.
Dude,
Like,
I was gonna say, remember they had the liner notes.
Oh, yeah.
Some places had lyrics.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we had the Spotify karaoke version, like how they have like the lyrics come up and they highlighted karaoke style? You go, if we had that as kids, it would be insane.
I
you
know.
That Ellen bit would never have been popular. Remember that Ellen bit about words?
No.
It was like off her.
wasn't
her
a big Ellen
special.
fan. Never liked Ellen. When she left the country, I feel like I did that. That was me.
She had that. She used to have that. It was like one of her classic Ellen bits. You know.
Well,
Where
being
she-
mean to
where
staff
she- where
members.
she
What
did
was
the-
it? Bullying staff members.
Yeah.
Bullying people making $30,000 a year. Where's my
100%.
fucking coffee?
So you.
I can't pay rent. Fuck you.
So you do know the bit. No, she has that. She would have that bit about being like when you sing the wrong lyrics and you get corrected and how embarrassing it is if you go like. You go, monkey hatchet. And they go, that's not what they're saying. And they go, what? He goes, oh, does she have it? Oh, sorry. I thought it was monkey hatchet. And the bit goes on and on.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
I get it.
There's a lot of, it's a lot of,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
Although you
performance.
look like a lesbian, you don't do lesbian material well, Feeney. I don't know what that is. No, dude, you know what though? I do. I remember maybe it was college, but a girl was singing, "I'll never be your pizza burner," and I was like, "What? Are you saying pizza burner?" And my buddy Colin remembers. She was so embarrassed. She was like, "No, I mean I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is."
That's just the worst. When someone asks you that question in a tone like that and you lose all confidence and everything.
Oh, but also. The name of the song is Beast of Burden.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even where it's like, it's not even Proclean Logic Creation, the
Right.
666.
Yeah.
It's not like embedded in all.
Yeah.
The name of the song is fucking Beast of Burden.
Couldn't be more clear.
And she was so mad. Like, it was the moment of the fuck you guys. That's not funny.
Right.
It's not funny to be
that
mean about
sucks
it.
to not take it like
And you're
that.
like, come on, dude. It's
Yeah.
who cares? Oh, did I share it on the Stevie Wonder thing? Did I sell that before?
Yeah, we said that yesterday.
Oh my God.
Damn.
No, I
Sounded
had
great.
No, but no, it was just we were at this thing with a restaurant with a friend and this woman who was, like a
You didn't. Actually.
no, maybe I didn't. Did I not just share it?
maybe you didn't.
We talked about it off camera.
Let's get in.
We were at a birthday thing, and this woman who was a friend of a friend who I didn't know, and it's this guy's date, and this guy's very like this kind of guy, so you know what kind of date he had. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my wife was like, I wonder if I should wear this to the restaurant. Is it classy enough as I know? And then we got there, I was like, well, that girl's pussy's out, so I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And this girl is sitting at the table, and of course, someone at the table is like, Stevie Wonder, right there. And I'm like, no way. He's like, Stevie Wonder. And I turn around, Stevie fucking Wonder,
Whoa.
and like two people next to him, and he's just like kind of standing there. And this girl catches wind. She's like, this Russian woman. She's like, who is that? Who? What? Where? What? And then we go, it's Stevie fucking Wonder is right there. She goes, what? Really? And the table, they start walking behind our table. She turns, waves to him.
Hilarious.
I go, lady.
Unbelievable.
And so we all start laughing, and
Yes.
she's like, "Whoa, why?" And we're like, "He's blind."
Why is this too funny?
I go, "He's not gonna see it." And she goes, "Oh, how would I know he's blind?" I was like, "He is
He's more famous for being blind than anything else.
Anything else.
His music is secondary, I would
He's
say, to being blind.
Definitely. If you look up Wikipedia, I said if you opened up Wikipedia to blind, he's got to be the guy.
It's also, if you open up his biography, it's in the first sentence, I would
a
imagine.
blind musician.
Yeah, dude, it might be the first, yeah.
Second word.
Yeah.
Or just the first one. Blind musician.
famous for, yeah.
But that, and she didn't take the joke well, but I thought, come on, lady, you have to laugh. He's fucking blind.
Right.
Also, I did like that she waved at him for a second because I thought if he waves back, we're gonna find out something
Right,
amazing.
or if he just does this, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
isn't there a video of him where he like catches something?
I saw the video, and by the way, they're not unaware of their presence. He's not blind in the dark. He's not black blind, like all the way black blind. What am I? Jesus Christ!
My God.
He's white blind. He's not black blind. And black blind is less superior than. No, he fucking. It's so insane. No, I mean he doesn't see all black. He doesn't see all black.
Right.
He's not completely blind. He is vision
He's not
impaired.
colorblind. He
No,
sees-
but they say they can. A lot of people that are blind can see stuff.
like amorphous blobs.
Yeah, exactly,
and all that kind
which
of
is what
stuff.
that's what we call his ex-girlfriend, amorphous blob. Why was that not a character in Star Wars?
Be
Amorphous
great.
blob.
Yeah, just this fucking amoeba-looking thing.
I met Mark Hamill the other night when I did TV, which was kind of wild because
What's he doing? He looks I feel like he's very short.
he's not that small of a
No.
guy, but they prompted me to be like, do you want to talk to Hamill? Like if he stays, do you want to talk to him on the panel about Star Wars? And I was like, I'm not a big enough fan. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm not a fan because I like
I'm
Star
not a
Wars.
fan.
Well, it was cool, I guess, when I saw it, but like I'm not gonna pretend to play catch up with the people that are fans. And Bobby's a big fan, and we fight about it all the time because I always say the woman doing the prompt for Kimmel, she was like, do you have any bits that you'd want to do about
Right.
that? And I'm thinking about jokes that I would run, and I was like, not really, because they'd all be negative, and then Star Wars fans would hate me.
Right.
Because the bit I did say, my buddy Adam Lustig and I used to joke. He's like, what's up with making up a whole fake world? This world is pretty fucking crazy already.
Yeah.
He goes, have you ever been to Baltimore? It's insane. That's what. And what was the bar? What's the bar that he always references in fucking Star Wars?
Oh, that Tatooine.
Something
that-
Yeah,
that-
Tatooine
that
or whatever.
bar,
Yeah, that's what it was. He
People
was
are going to be furious in the comments. That's not the name of the
I
bar.
know. But that's what he said. Lustig was like, Baltimore is Tatooine, dude. That's the most fun. That's the highest collection of lunatics you've ever seen.
The cantina.
The Cantina
Cantina,
at
that's right.
Tatooine. By the way, should have had a better name. Star Wars Cantina.
Yeah.
You put a Mexican themed bar at Tatooine.
Just chips and salsa on every table. Oh, tableside guac. Huh? Yeah.
In Star Wars, would have been, to see like a multi-armed thing making that would have been pretty rad.
Little cilantro, guys.
Do we need tableside guac? Do we need it?
I
We
think
do?
I think they charge extra for that.
Of course
I
they
don't
fucking
need it.
do. Of course they do, and,
And
I
it's
don't
never,
need it.
ever as good.
You say yes.
Oh, do you mean as opposed to regular guac?
I'm just
Here's-
saying.
here's
I
why-
don't think I need to see you make it tableside. They
I
do
get
it
it.
now as
Yeah,
a show. I don't think it's
No,
necessary.
and not only that, but
Caesar salad at steakhouses. You don't need to fucking make it in front of me.
no, but here's the main part. You have no quality assurance. If you're in the kitchen, every good chef, they'll try a little bit of the product. And then they go, oh, actually, it's a little too limey. It needs a little bounce out. When they make in front of you, and then they're like, huh?
Yeah,
and
they
they
can't try
watch
it in
you,
front of you.
and
That's
you're
right.
like, oh, it's good. Like, you like, what the fuck? And then they put way too much cilantro. It's always a mess.
I disagree with cilantro as an existence as a whole. I think it's bullshit. I think it doesn't add.
Overpowering.
It adds nothing. It adds nothing. Salt can bring out what you need out of avocado and pico and onion.
Lime.
You
Need
do
lime
and lime.
juice.
You do not need cilantro. And
I also will say, get the red onions out of there. Get the raw red onions
Ooh,
out
you got
of there.
you now. We're
that's-
we're at an
that's-
impasse
that's
because
a-
I love red onions.
That's uncooked raw red onions is a heartburn.
We're
attack.
married. We're not kissing anybody but our wives.
just-
they
it's-
could take the onion hit.
I don't even care about the breath. It's that I get like agita from it.
Indigestion.
Yes,
I always forget that you're part Jewish.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I am not part
Yes,
Jewish.
you are, dude.
I
He
am not
is.
part. I get super mad.
Jesus,
Oh,
dude.
I'm not part.
Relax,
I flip
Feeney.
out. I flip the whole table. I'll burn this down.
He
I'll
starts
burn this-
waving a Palestinian flag. He's like, "Don't tempt me, dude.
Yeah. I'm
Don't
on the
get me there."
flotilla. It's
I just don't think
psychotic.
I need to see stuff made in front of me at the table. They did it at the restaurant the other week, and I was like, I don't need to see that, man. It's a whole fucking get
Right.
up. Just make it in the back, and I'll eat it when it gets here.
Yes, 100. And then in the back, you're making it in bigger quantities. My thing is just the quality assurance.
Well, now we're on the cantina talk because I am curious about your opinion now. A chunky salsa, soupy salsa, right? Because some places have soupy salsas, some places have very chunky salsa.
It's soupy. Soupy is a very negative connotation. So I'm thinking when you say soupy, I'm thinking of watery. Now, if it has that like emulsified blended thing where it's kind of like
Correct.
a
That's what I
thicker-
say when I say soupy. And you're
that-
right. I was leading you negatively. I should have said.
Yes. Then I prefer the emulsified, nice, thickened a little bit. But if my other option is
Wrong.
the watery one, then I want the chunk.
No, you
know?
gotta have chunk. I think chunk is king. I
You
love
need
chunk.
both, is my opinion.
See,
a
I just
salsa
think-
verde and a
Oh,
chunk.
okay, but then we're talking color. Now we're talking green versus red.
Green should always be a part. I don't even know
Salsa
how
verde
red
is green sauce.
Yes,
that is green
but,
sauce.
but it's like a perfect mild little heat. Like that should be on every. I don't know why red became the go-to. I think
Slow
we
down.
should have.
This
What?
is my okay.
Slow down,
You don't like
Gandhi,
red?
You're killing them.
You don't. Son of a bitch.
That's
dude.
funny. By the way, I think you and I. How often are you told that you like? Are people in your comments or whatever being like, "This
You're
guy,
on
you
coke?
slow down on coke"?
Yeah.
The amount
you and
of
I are the same
times-
energy of coke. Yeah.
Yes, and I've never done coke in
Me
my
neither.
life.
You know this. I've never done coke.
Yep.
By the way, I love saying I've never done coke or Adderall, and the amount of people are like, "Yeah, fucking right." I don't know what you want me to
a weird
do.
thing to lie about.
Yeah, no. I've done a lot of fucking drugs. I've talked about them on this show a lot.
Right.
I just am not interested in coke.
Yeah, it just the reason I've never tried coke.
Look
is
at us now. That's why.
Yeah, look at us. Huh?
We're too much.
Huh?
Now, what do you not try? You'll never try. Your buddies you've been offered it.
So many times. But my first experience around coke, I was at a college house party. I was sitting across the couch. It was like the house party had kind of cleared out, and I found myself alone in a room with this guy. He was on the couch, big coffee table in between us.
Ruh-roh.
His name was Tex, and he was just like a big, kind of like dirty guy.
Yeah.
And he lined up just 5 of fat rails and did all 5 one by one, and then literally picked his head up and was like, and then just stared at me in silence while like gacking out like this, and then was like, "You want one?" And it was so disturbingly jarring that I'm like, I was also a little stoned at the time, so I was extra sensitive
Right.
to everything, and I was probably drunk, and I just was like, I think
You leave
I think
the
I'm
room-
all set.
And your parents walk in, they pay him. They're like, "Thank you. That was the best don't do drugs ad we've ever had."
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll do whatever. And more people if you want me to get them
Yeah,
to
for
quit."
more coke, for more coke, for more coke.
Now, I just saw too many of my friends on coke and annoy me, right? Like, drunk is also very annoying when your friends are
Sure.
too fucked up. Too stoned. I've never had a too stoned party where I was like, that guy's pissing me off. If anything, I'm like, I got to walk. I just want to take a walk for a little
Right.
while. But coke parties, if you're there and a lot of people are doing yacked out, I'm like, dude, shut up. Please go away. You're
It's just
pissing
like
me
you
off.
like they can't wait for you to get done talking, so they're constantly like,
I think, what's going on? What,
No, that's great.
Yeah, what's going on?
love that idea.
Love. Your dad is from there.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, my dad is from. Why do you know that? That's it. Like,
they do coke and they know a little bit more about your life than they did
do.
before.
Well, they just remember things you might have mentioned years ago. It like pops into their a crevice of their brain. That's like, yeah, your brother went to tech for like a year and a half, didn't he? And then he dropped out. Why did he get that job? He was like
studying mass
fishing for
comm?
scallops. Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Fishing for scallops.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, dude. How do you know that?
Yeah.
But the amount of times I sat in a garage in high school smoking pot with people, listening to music. Those days I'll never get back, and honestly, I don't want them.
Do you have these?
I don't
do
want
you
them
know?
back.
And I'm sure there are for sure this way in L.A. There's some L.A. comics, but there's a couple New York comics. One in particular I'm thinking of, and he's one of those things where he goes, very very sweet guy, very nice. I think he's the most sober I've ever met of someone, but he just has. He's a guy who we're not friends, and he knows too much about me. You know what I'm saying? Like about
Wow.
my
God,
like
I wanna know who this is
He'll
so
come up
bad.
to me. I don't even think you would know him honestly, but he'll come up to me and he'll go, "Hey Mike," direct, unflinching, like, "Hey Mike, how are you? How's Leo?" Like I was like, "Why do you know my kid's name?
Yeah.
I've never spoken to you about my kid. I don't
You
know.
don't really talk about him online, though. It's not like you show your kid online. all the
I
time
never
either.
put up a picture.
How
of him.
would he know that?
I
Just heard it through the grapevine.
I
Somewhere.
guess so, but he's always like it just weirds me out that he knows my kid's name for some reason. And
Yeah, I
again,
don't
he's
like
a
that at
very
all.
nice guy, but it's so off-putting because you're like, we're not. You should be like, how's the family, or something.
Dark
but,
joke incoming. But also to get them to stop, just be like, Leo died, man. He'll never talk to you again.
It's over.
That guy will be like, oh,
It's over.
fuck. And
Yeah.
you're like, thanks a lot, dude. Have a good night, man.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Have a good set.
It's a fresh wound. Yeah.
Have a good set, man. Leo's dead. Have a good
start
set.
screaming. I
Yeah.
just start scream crying. I'm not over it. I'm not over it. I'm not over it.
By the way, that guy would never talk to you ever again.
yeah.
God, I got it. You have to tell me after. Remember that. Remember.
Of course.
Remember.
Yeah, I
'Cause
guarantee.
I
you
need to
won't-
know.
I guarantee you won't know.
Is your
but-
kid going to be a big boy or no?
like what in like
Size wise, is your wife tall?
She's tall for a lady. I think she's probably 5'8" or something like that.
That's tall for
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is tall. And
Yeah.
you're what?
6'2".
Yeah, dude. That's gonna be a big boy.
He's-
Are you prepping him for what sports you want him to play, even though he's not gonna do that?
Oh yeah, we already took him to a Yankee game. He got to see his first. We got to watch his first home run at the Yankee Stadium, which was
Could he receive that?
yes because because I was explaining. I took him to a game a year ago. He had no memory, obviously, of anything like that. But at 2.5, he's gonna be 3 next month. Bring him to the game. On the Yankees, there's a first baseman named Ben Rice, And I was like, oh, Ben Rice is coming up, and he just started laughing. He's like, Rice? And I'm like, yeah. He's like Ben Corn, And he couldn't believe that someone's name was also food, and he was laughing so hard. And then Ben Rice had this 10-pitch at bat where he's fouling stuff off, and he was so locked in. And in between each pitch, they were playing like "We Will Rock You" or just a little, they play those little quick song snippets, and he was kind of dancing to each one of those. And I go, we got to see, maybe he'll hit a home run. And this is the first inning, and he hits after a 10-pitch at bat, he hits a 3-run fucking bomb, and the whole stadium explodes.
Whoa.
And him and I are just like jumping up, and he danced for 5 full minutes after that. It was so fun, and he'll never remember that. But ever since then, we just like Ben Rice is now his favorite player.
I was gonna say, get him a Rice jersey,
yeah.
baby.
Oh, dude, he's got Aaron Judge above his bed. I really kind of let him in. I would like to getting him into jiu-jitsu would be awesome if for no other reason than I can't imagine having that knowledge in high school or even middle school of not being, you don't have to worry about being attacked by somebody.
yeah.
It's like, dude, because those kids become this quiet, confident, obviously there's discipline to it too, but just being able to walk around high school being like, if I get bullied, I can destroy somebody. I see there's like 10-year-olds that go to the place that I go to, and they're like intimidating for a 10-year-old, you know, where they have this, and they don't flaunt it. They're not like, I'll beat
They just
your
know
ass.
they have it in there.
It's this quiet like confidence of going, I could fuck you up if I have to. And dude, that would have really got me out of a lot of pickles in high school.
Put him in it. How when can they start?
I think
5
like
or 6?
5 is probably the time that they start
that's
doing
when we started
that
being
stuff.
when we started wrestling around 5 or 6 when you get with your friends and you kind of like someone would get pushed and then you were like, let's all jump on him, and then it became then it became like someone would fight back and then there was a struggle. You're like, whoa. I mean, they're like. They're rolling. They're really going for it. They're rolling, dude.
But we were also like, when I grew up, it was the wrestling era, professional wrestling era. So it was WWE. So everybody's just practicing elbow drops and choke slams. It's not, we would stage fights on our trampoline because we had that little net around it. So we'd throw people off
you had
the
that little
rope,
safety net?
the duck around there. Yeah, my dad was like, the insurance. What are you out of your mind? We're not getting a trampoline. It was a whole thing.
Trampoline was never a sell for my dad. My dad was like, what?
Yeah.
No, dude, you hurt yourself all the time everywhere else. He's like, you're skateboarding, you're running, you're rolling down hills on bikes. You don't need a fucking trampoline as like another thing for you to break your neck on.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget my friend jumping on a trampoline and he tried to do a backflip and we're all like, yay! And he landed directly on his neck and I watched it like do that. And we just were laughing at him because it's funny because he ate it and stuff. And I remember him trying to play it off, but being like
paralyzed.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Like, no, he.
I remember him getting paralyzed. It was wild.
He just went like this. He was like, yeah. They really hurt though. And he went home. Just a whole and for days he couldn't move his neck. It was very fun. We used to do dumb shit. Dude. We would do donuts while someone was on the hood of the car. We would do donuts in the car.
All right, well, that's like a manslaughter.
And we would hold on to their ankles. We're not animals, but it was Jackass was everything. We would just do the We would see the Jackass. Don't do this at home. Don't send us submissions because we're not going to watch them. And we're like, I know what they mean. They just want to see a badass one. That's what they're really looking for.
That was a young age I learned about legal, where I was like, they just have to say that. We could do it.
Exactly.
Like you knew that you were like, well, we're all trying it. I want to jump into a tree. I remember watching those guys jump out of parking garages like into a buff of a tree.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, dude, should we try that?
Yeah, and that hurts so
That's the dumbest thing.
I mean, we did the shopping
stupid.
cart thing where you run.
Oh, we did that bullshit.
Yeah. We tried to drink the gallon of milk in an hour. We all just threw up everywhere.
But the shopping cart thing, in retrospect, also broken neck right around the corner.
Shattered knees.
Right around the corner, though,
like,
a neck that goes the wrong way.
It's only metal. It's only
metal,
heavy metal that you're slamming into.
That's like whenever I see those golf cart videos online, people like spinning out in golf carts drunk. I'm always like,
yeah, when they flip
the amount of
them
people
over.
I know that have gotten very hurt drunk doing dumb shit in golf carts. Like dumb fucking shit and hurt very fucking bad.
The whole thing. I mean, it's hundreds of pounds landing on it. Did you ever have like a rock, like a punk or rock or metal phase or anything like that? I don't feel like
rap was it for me.
Yeah.
Hip hop. I liked rock a lot. I liked punk for a little while. Rancid. Loved big Rancid fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Out Come the Wolves. One of the best. No Effects. I liked a lot of that. I liked.
punk, like pop. No, not
punk.
pop punk, but like
no,
punk.
that was punk. Yeah, that was good. I liked that era for a little while, but it was only because it was parallel to rap in the way where it was like anti-authority, against
Exactly.
the grain.
That's why I got into. I mean, Rage Against the Machine and System of a
Fuck yeah,
Down.
fuck
I was
yeah.
like,
If it was
all-
angry
I just saw
against the
System of a
thing.
Down in Corn a couple weeks ago. But
Where?
At MetLife Stadium. It was great.
They played together?
Yeah, they're on tour.
Oh, is that the video of the guy that was jerking off that got knocked out?
Yeah, that was the night before I was there. Yeah. The
Feeney.
next day,
Feeney.
can't take me down, you know. But it was great. It was so much fun. There was a bunch of comics there. It was such a fun. I always like, dude. I got big into Corn at one point in my life. I was probably in 6th grade. I got Corn shaved in the back of my head. K in the backwards R.
Sick,
Are you
dude.
kidding me?
Yeah.
For years, people were like, are you the Corn kid? I'm like, I'm actually Ben Rice. But it was, but it was, no, I got into Slipknot. Anything I can get into a mosh pit into, that was the shit.
What was the-
Wall of Death? You ever seen those before?
Oh, yeah, those look so bad.
Lamb
I
of
mean,
God, Ozfest, they split the crowd.
So
the
you do
thing-
that. You were that.
I was always into that, dude. It was
Wow.
because I remember going to a System of a Down concert at what was Continental Airlines Arena, and I remember going to mosh pit, and the mosh pit System of a Down fans are kind of big football linebacker, just like
Yeah.
big. They just pushed, and then you push me, and I push you, and you push me, and I like that. And I was going in there with Long Island hardcore scene moves, which is like eagle kicks and like sharp elbow and full, throwing the things. And it was the first time in my life I ever saw guys that were significantly bigger than me be like, whoa, like they backed away from me because
That's
they're
dope.
like, this kid's spazzing out
Yeah.
and he's bony and sharp. Let's just fucking stay the hell away from him.
The bony sharp kid.
Yeah.
Watch out for the bony sharp kid, man.
Yeah, you could split some people open.
Well, yeah,
know?
you could. Elbows are wild. That's why whenever I see in UFC fights, elbows. My God, whenever you see that, like a spinning fucking fist or elbow.
The guy who teaches at the jiu-jitsu place, they also do Muay Thai there, and they're like, I can't stress this enough. If you're ever in a fight, they're like, do not punch. They're like the first punch, you will shatter your hand. Almost like 99% of the time, if you punch somebody, you're gonna break your hand. It's like
Yeah.
elbows, always
Just elbows.
And you're like, it's stronger. Your elbows are strong. Like you can cut them up.
And so much weight can get behind it.
So much.
At UFC in Chicago, when I went to go sit behind Rogan, I think it was the first time in UFC history that two knockouts, back to back were not back to back, but two spinning
Backwards
knockouts.
elbows.
I don't know if it was. I can't remember if it was fists or elbows, but it was the first time in UFC history. And Rogan was like, I've never seen that twice.
That's awesome.
That's insane to watch. Because when you see people throw them and try, you're always like, oh!
Yeah.
Oh, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
usually misses or it clips a little bit. But when it's clean, you're like, oh my God.
Dude,
the sound is
The
insane.
sound hurts so much. The sound hurts to hear. I remember trying to do Muay Thai for a little bit, and I missed the heavy bag because it was like it moved a little bit, and I like hyperextended my elbow to it. Hurt for days. Like if you throw a punch at maximum efficacy and you miss, it feels like someone just shot your elbow.
Oh, dude, I got the funniest image. I wish this is such a you had to be there moment, but it was beautiful. But I mean, years ago, my buddy Jim, a fight broke out at a birthday party that we were at my girlfriend's house apartment, and fucking Jim was like, he's a strong dude. It was a hockey player and like tough as nails. And a fight breaks out, and this guy hits a friend of his, a guy that I know, who I actually didn't mind seeing get hit. I was like, that guy's not the best anyway. It's
kinda fun.
But Jim like was trying to defend it, so he jumped, and when I mean he like leapt, he was horizontal to the ground. I'm not kidding at all.
Superman
dude.
punch, just
He
like a
literally,
Superman.
dude. He jumped so hard and far and fast to like get over this thing of people, and he jumped. And it floated. I remember like watching him float, like whoa, and he missed this guy by like a foot and bounce, and it was fucking unreal, dude. I was like, no, Jim.
He probably knocked the wind. He knocked the
Oh,
wind
you
out
could
of
tell
himself.
it hurt him so much. Because he missed by like, it was like a country mile. You're like, fuck, you're nowhere near
and
him,
then they
dude.
try to scramble up. They're like, yeah, motherfucker. Like,
Oh, he bounced and was like, I just moved around until the fight had like moved to somewhere else. And then it was quiet. Then when it was all done, I was like, Jim, are you good, dude? That was so bad. And he's like, it wasn't, yeah, fuck that. That sucked. That sucks. And it wasn't even embarrassing because it was like so shocking to watch. that
it was
you
like,
were
are you okay?
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
You bounce off the fucking, it's like tile
You
floor.
might have broken a rib.
Yeah, dude, is everything intact?
Dude, fights are never, like when they're not sanctioned fights, like an in-person house party fight was always so underwhelming and borderline embarrassing.
It's always
It always
embarrassing.
sounded like someone hitting raw meat, and then the second the first punch, they're just scrambling and
Yeah.
running. Everyone's taking these wild haymaker swings. And
No one has
missing
any
by a lot.
technique. It's throwing as hard and fast as you can.
As hard as you can,
And also,
holding their breath while doing
this
it.
isn't sexist at all, But
Go on.
honestly, every time a girl would try to run into one of those things and gets accidentally punched or hit or put, and you're like,
Yeah.
what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
You
Between
think
two-
you were going to break it up when two men were like just monkey brain, like, you think that was going to stop by going, guys, get, and
It
she
stops
gets
right
smoked.
before her hand, like,
the amount of times I saw like a young lady jump into it, cut it up, and then get
Yeah.
either like clipped or hit or what. You're like, lady,
Oh my God.
clearly that wasn't going to work out, right?
Dude, you just unlocked a memory for me of this kid and we were at this. We always used to, in college. We used to underage drink at this bar, O'Brien's, and we were, and it was like, dude, it was like I looked like I was 12, and everybody was in there, and it was Halloween, and there was a Halloween party, and it got raided like it would once or twice a year,
course.
and and this one kid was just hammered and just jawing at the cops when he shouldn't have, and they were trying to take him out, and then the girlfriend said something like "fuck you, pig" or like something like that.
Fuck you,
and
pig.
dude,
So good. Fuck you, pig.
Dude, the cop slingshot this guy out of the bar because they got so mad at her that they took it out on him. They slingshot this guy out of the bar. He loses his footing, and dude, he goes eyeball first into a parking meter.
Oh,
like a
my
full,
God.
like I heard like the change rattle inside the meter when he hit it, dude. And it just was like crank like that, and he broke his whole eye socket.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he was fucked for months after that. And he was so drunk that when he first hit it, he's like, I'm being assaulted, when you just have, when you're so drunk that it's just, there's so many times that I got carried out of bars with my degenerate Long Island friends that we would go to these, every year for my birthday, I would do a all you could, 3-hour open bar, and we would do shots of Everclear before leaving for the open bar. And then there was one time I fell asleep at a urinal at the, I think it was like Off the Wagon or one of those, like Jake's Dilemma, all of those, college bars. And the bouncer came up to me because I was asleep standing at the urinal. And he's like, time to go, buddy. And I was pretty okay about it. And then I remember the only memory I was browned out, but I remember being in the cab and like just kind of, when you're so shit-faced in the cab and think everyone's shuttling you around. And I look out the window, and as their car's driving away, I picture this clear as day. My best friend from home, one of my friends, is in a huge, a tumbleweed brawl with security who is 4 times the size of him and thoroughly kicking his ass. And then another one of my friends is openly pissing into the street. And I'm like, and then I put the window down so I could have that Joker head out the window thing for the whole ride.
That image is beautiful.
Some of the best nights of my life.
Just getting some fresh air. You throw up, I'm charging you. Don't puke out of the cab,
don't you
dude.
puke, don't you puke
fucking
here. It's
puke.
like, well, then don't drive so fucking, don't do that.
herky jerky, dude.
It's like, by the way, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Don't park outside. Look at me. I got shuttled. I got fucking
Like you're in
Weekend
a-
at Bernie
Yeah,
into this
yeah,
goddamn
yeah.
cab. I'm gonna throw up.
What was that in the guillotine when the hands are locked in
Oh,
there?
the,
No. What is that one?
Oh
What-
God!
come on.
I had it until you said guillotine.
When they throw
the
tomatoes and stuff?
the
Why can't I think of the name of that?
sturge. What is that
Lock
called?
in the stockade.
Stockade.
We got it.
Whew.
When your
Man.
arms are in a fucking stockade and you walk out of the car like that, they're like, dude, don't let this guy, don't. That's why there should be drunk Uber. I think we pitched, did I pitch this on Bad one time? We were talking, there should be blacked out Uber. There absolutely should be if you're really fucked up.
They just have plastic
Yeah,
down in the
plastic
back
everywhere. And also it's a little
Like
bit more
Italian
expensive,
furniture?
but they know it's coming.
Right.
And it's going to be annoying, but they're like, that's fine. They're blacked out.
Yeah.
But the case would be, it'd be more expensive because it's the driver and there's got to be someone in the front as well. Because the driver's going to need help sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
And-
sometimes blackouts do insane shit.
Yes, I think it should be almost like a police car.
Uber black,
where they
Uber
can't
black hyphen out.
yeah.
You get an Uber black? I'm getting an Uber black out.
Oh, I thought you meant that like black people weren't allowed in it. Which
What, Feeney, that's on
what
you.
He's like black out. That's what he said.
No, dude, come on. That's the Irish bars that you go to. No, thank you, boys. We're closed for the night.
Yeah, like it's 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah, that's when we close, 6 p.m. Is that what it is already?
You want a bit of an early close? I used to love going to McSorley's, and they didn't let
McSorley's,
women
yeah.
in there till like, 97.
So like a couple of years ago, yeah. That's bonkers to me. How is that legal?
McSorley's light, McSorley's dark. That was the only two things. The sawdust with puke on the ground. It just felt, they were like, Abraham Lincoln drank here. It was
I didn't like the idea. They're like 2 beers, that's it. You're like, well then fuck you. There's like 9 next door.
And they're both this. No, they give you 2 at a time, but they're little shotties.
What's the one I'm thinking of where they only have 2 beers?
They only do have They only do have 2 different kinds of beer, but they'll serve you as many as you want. But the best part is
But
they would.
I'm saying I want a variety.
Gotcha.
What if I don't
No,
like
no.
light fucking beer or dark beer? Like give me the thing.
McSorley's light or dark. That's not why you're not going there for. You're not going here for this.
I'm not going there at all. How about that? How about that, McSorley's? You're not going to get my business. No, I like variety. I don't like when they make you. That's why Father's office closed down in downtown, and I said, Father's office is a burger joint here, and they've been around for a long time, and it is a fucking good burger, but they don't let you do substitutions, and it made me.
What do they put on it?
I don't even give a fuck.
Is it everything?
The idea that I can't change anything is like, fuck
But that's what
you.
I'm saying. But
I
is
gave
it
you
like
money.
if it's like a loaded burger and they can't like everything?
No. It was like, or if you said like I don't like raw tomato.
Right.
Okay. So it's like, oh, can I get no tomato? And they're like, no substitution. You're like, well, it's not a substitution. That's just a
It's
removal.
a removal. Yeah.
Right.
Take it.
Exactly.
You're building the burger.
Right.
Unless the burger's already made back
Also,
there.
technically, if you're thinking about it from a financial standpoint, I'm actually saving you money.
You're saving
saved
money.
yourself a slice
I'm
of
paying
tomato.
you more money for less product.
Bigger margins.
Yeah.
Anyway, they closed down, and when they did, a piece of me celebrated like, good.
Of course.
Well, no, the other ones are still open, but I was like, slowly but surely, they'll learn their lesson.
I'm biding my time.
I
If
just
keep
don't
mentioning
like,
it on the podcast.
I don't like me giving you money and then you telling me you can't have it. Like I gave you money for a food. If I go, hey man, I don't really like the taste of this on this plate, but I do like the plate.
Yeah.
And you go, no, that's how we make it. It's like,
Yeah, I'll check
fuck
with the
you.
chef. But is there anything worse? What do you think when it's like such a passive aggressive thing when they send the chef out
Ugh.
to be like, oh, there's something wrong with that. Hold on, let me get the chef. And the chef comes out, he's like dirty, and he's like, what's up?
You're
You're
like-
like, it's always adversarial.
And you're like, nothing, dude. Honestly, I don't really eat this.
yeah.
So I just
I'm like, well, this is how everyone loves this. That's it. They always come back. Everyone loves this. Though.
I'm not everyone, bud.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. It's kind of and then they go, all right, I guess have them send it
Well,
back.
I won't come back to Bennigan's then. And you too will close soon.
Yeah.
This chain will no longer exist in a couple of years. Are you kidding me? Bennigan's will last forever. Are there any of those left? Bennigan's, they got to be all closed down. Do you even know what that is?
My buddy used to work
Bennigan's
at
was a
Bennigan's.
chain.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like Chili's. See, his
like a
generation.
Fuddruckers in that world, which
Gone.
also I think closed.
Take
yeah.
off, gone.
Yeah.
No more Bennigan's, no chance.
I was team Chili's over Applebee's, but I also worked at an Applebee's.
What are you talking about?
a
Everybody was
dark-
team
it
Chili's over
dark.
Applebee's.
Not everybody. I would say
Applebee's never even touched Chili's.
Yeah.
Chili's is king.
Yeah, Chili's is so
Chili's
good.
was the best.
I went to a Chili's for the
I
first
want to
time
go to
in
Chili's
years.
right now.
Let's go to fucking Chili's.
Dude, I haven't been in
It's
so
great.
long.
I went for the first time this summer, and I brought my kid there. And I was like, "What an unbelievably great experience!" And by the way, it's like you want 2 appetizers, an entree, and a margarita, $19, and you're like, "Get out of here!"
Yeah.
There's no
a deli
way.
sandwich now is $19.
Yeah, McDonald's is like $38.
It's a ripoff. How many Bennigan's?
The closest one is in Texas.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
gone. Well,
Yeah.
and then how many Chili's are left in LA? I know there's one Chili's in Encino. It is like the famous Encino Chili's in the
Love
valley
it,
here.
Chili's.
But there isn't any in the city. I
Their
don't
nachos
think.
they do one of those things, which I don't generally like, but it's chili, so I'll give them a pass, is they do nachos, but each chip has every ingredient on it.
Oh, love.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
Yeah.
How many? 5 Chili's left in
5.
Los Angeles.
Hollywood, Burbank, Inglewood, Pico Rivera, Manhattan Beach.
Burbank. Oh, in Burbank. Yeah, in downtown Burbank.
Wow.
Pico Rivera and Manhattan Beach. What do you mean? Hollywood? There's no Encino? There's got to be an Encino. Or Woodland Hills?
They might not count Encino and Woodland Hills as Los Angeles on this
Really?
search.
You know,
And I
the
don't
sign
like to hear that kind of stuff because those guys are our friends too. Just because they're mostly Persian. And that's because McCone doesn't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is a very Irish episode today.
Yeah.
You know,
As it should be.
you got a little Italian in you though. You're a little tainted, but my son is Italian and
Tainted,
Irish, so that's
you
good.
scumbag. Yeah, your wife's Italian, you
Yeah,
pig.
but you're not full blood. You can never be a made man in the Irish mafia.
Dude, I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't be a made man in the Italian mafia.
in either.
Because I'm like, what's his name? I'm like De Niro.
Duval?
No.
De Niro was.
De Niro
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
He was half a Mick, right?
Right.
Isn't that the whole deal?
Yep. Can't
That's
ever
also
be
why
Mick.
he didn't die.
Yeah. Interesting.
There you go. And I didn't get. I didn't.
But also Duvall and Godfather.
That's what I. Yeah,
That's
Duval
right.
and Godfather, him and
And
Goodfellas.
Well, another layer of this, I was also Santino and Godfather.
Sonny.
No,
Godfella or Goodfellas?
which one's better?
Which one do you choose?
Well, generationally, we would always choose Goodfellas because we grew up with it.
100%.
Yeah, but I mean, my dad would obviously disagree. My
Sure.
dad is that's a Godfather era.
I would argue.
Casino's better than all of them.
I mean, Casino is great, but I
think
would
it's the
argue.
best.
I would argue Godfather 2 is better than the original. It's one of
I don't
one
think
of
that's
3
controversial.
sequels ever that's better than the original. It's that.
But Godfather 3 didn't exist.
Right. I've
One of
actually
the-
never seen
it's
Godfather
awful.
3.
It's-
I've actually never
it's
seen Godfather.
unwatchable to me.
But that, Terminator 2,
2.
Terminator 2, and this is also controversial. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, is better than the original because the original has to set up the bits. The second one just hammers the bits. You get the bumblebee tuna. You get all the stuff. You get the rhino scene, of course. You get the Griswold, hit the lights. You know, you get
Yeah.
the slinky starts the whole thing.
I'm trying to think if that was better than the original, but I
It's
don't
the
know.
It's all the jokes in a
Laces
new
out,
place.
Dan.
It's great.
Laces out,
Laces
Dan.
out. But then that also, I was also
I just
so
think that-
young that I didn't even
Oh,
understand
you didn't get that.
Like, I didn't understand that till years
Little
later.
did we know that was just like a trans woman, way ahead of our time in film.
Yeah.
Well,
And people, he was
And
so
they were very negative about it.
and he was
The
so
crying game
he was so disgusted. He burned his clothes and took a shower.
Yeah.
But it's-
Imagine him doing a panel for like the 30th anniversary, like Jim, a trans activist here. What was that?
yeah,
He's got
just,
to answer
and he's
to
just
that.
like, we're all stars in ether. I'm not I haven't been Jim in 20
I'm
years.
not even here, man.
Yeah, none of us are
I'm
here.
Andy now.
Yeah.
I turned into Andy when we did. Yeah. That's so funny to have to answer to that for all the comedy shit that was so fucked up from back in the day.
So fucked.
I mean, like, what I remember, I think there was a scene, maybe it was 3 Men and a Baby. Is that what it was? One of these where, like, the joke was like, two guys is gay, but 3 guys is like a group of friends. Like, if it's just 2 guys walking
Yeah.
together, like, those guys could be gay.
Right.
But 3, they're like, those boys are going out to have a good time. I don't know if it was that, it was like an 80s comedy movie like
I mean,
that.
that's like a lot of Hacks crowd work to this day. We're like, 2 guys in together. What do you do, gay?
We just fucking each
And
other
it's
in the butt.
Unbelievable. Still gets laughs somehow. Except sometimes I'll see that in L.A. There's like one comic that, again, we'll talk about off here, that I've seen, that I see do that. I was like, oh, you two guys in together. What are you, gay? And I've watched an audience go, yes.
Yeah.
And then he's like, ah! Like, there's nowhere to go. It's like, absolutely. And if they are,
Yeah, what are you going to do?
yeah.
And what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Ban you from the club?
Right.
Dude, what do you guys get? The what are you guys gay thing is good. That it's funnier to say that to a straight couple. You see a man and a woman, you're like, what is this? What are you two, gay or something?
It's a loaded thing when you, because it's a nuke if there's 2 women together and you go lesbos, and then they're just like, that could be
that's a bad- I don't answer that.
It never works, because
No.
if they are, they're
I always
they're
say sad widows. I always say that. No, I don't ever do fucking crowd work. It's so funny.
Yeah,
I've
I've never seen you post a crowd work clip in your life.
I don't really. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. I don't care. I like to do it sometimes.
I love doing it, but I'm not like, I just came up in those rooms where they were ambush shows and barked in shows, and if you didn't have something,
Yeah.
our jokes were so bad that young in comedy, that if you didn't have that skill to, and it was always like the Village Lantern in the West Village, it was literally like Schultz and Akash and myself and a bunch of other comics that if you didn't constantly be like, hey, pay fucking attention, like that, if you didn't have a thing, then
Right.
they would just they would
Distracted
tune
right
out
away.
or just be talking full volume.
Yeah,
So you-
I like doing crowd work sometimes. I just don't want to give them too much space where then they think like they're going to be part of the show for the
course.
rest of the show. So then every other comic.
I don't
is
like when the host does only crowd work. I hate that, because then everybody else after that.
I have a rule. when I have people open for
Yeah?
me. Just do material. That's
Love
it.
that.
Just do material. That's it.
Love that for you.
I always say that. Just do material, man, because that's the thing that's going to build your comedy career. So when I have someone open, I go, just do material, man.
100%.
Were you writing? And they're like, yeah. And it's like, well, then do that.
And there's nothing worse than when the host or like the feature will talk to the first 4 rows, just like leave no meat left on the bone and murder with it, and then you
Yeah.
go out and you try to do jokes, and they're like,
Not for me. Well,
Birthday!
I do just material too, usually. So
Right.
I don't really want to have to talk to them because they've been talked to already.
Right.
So I always say to features no. So I'm like, just do great material. That's it.
Yeah.
If somebody yells out, retort. But I'm always like, just do great material.
killed at the Beacon, by the way.
Oh, my
I know you
prince.
wouldn't want me saying that. And
Very nice of you. I love you so
I
much.
never say
Feeney.
this to your face, but you're a great comic and a terrific man.
That's
But
going to
it
wrap up
was-
the episode before I get too anxious. We're going to go have a beer. Feeney, I love you to death. Feeney, you want to plug anything?
Sure. I have a podcast called Co-Host Wanted, where every single week I sit down.
Which we
with
talked
someone
about
and I
at the
interview.
Beacon.
At the Beacon. You were the one that gave me the green light to be like, you should do that. That's a great fucking idea. And every single week I interview someone to be the permanent co-host of the show. And, your application's still on file, but, we'll get to you.
I'm gonna get to New York.
But it's great. And you can check it out on my youtube.com/Mike Feeney Comedy, tour dates, MikeFeeneyComedy.com, and social media at I Am Mike Feeney. Come see a show live. That'd be great.
Go see a show. I always say that. I've said that a lot, but please go see live comedy. That's the only thing we actually love doing is doing live comedy. Taping stuff is fun. Pods are fun. Blah, blah, blah. Go see a live show. You're going to like the guy more live than you did on this, and he might do more coke live, dude. We end the show the same way. Look into that camera. One word or one phrase.
What do you mean?
Say one word or one phrase into that camera.
Okay.
End the episode.
Man, that feels like a lot of pressure all of a sudden.
Well, you're good at it.
Choke on it, bitch.
In here,
Dude.
we pour whisk,
Oh.
whisk, whisk, whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.